Yeah, good evening. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Tuesday, the 14th of July, 2020. It's currently 8:05 p.m. That's 8:05 p.m. Da Nang time, which is my local time. This is a look at the 12-hour high probability charts and what I've done on the charts today. So there's been two candles. There was one at 4 p.m. and there was one at 4 a.m. I wasn't up for the 4 a.m. one. I was here for the 4 p.m. but as soon as I did it, I went straight to bed for a sleep. Hence the late video. So let's have a look at the setup first. So you can just take a screenshot of this if you wish, if you don't know what the actual setup on my charts are, what all the colours are, the colours of the trend lines, etc. I normally go through them in the videos anyway, but this just gives you a general idea of where what things are and what they represent on the charts. If you're a bit concerned, I'll bring it up at the end. Also, if you're a bit confused, like I always say, you can pause the video, and if you don't understand me or I speak too fast or English is not your first language, etc., and just read my notes. I put pretty good notes on the charts. So let's move on to the charts. There's a fair bit happening today. So this is my trading view. This is my 12-hour charts. Just make sure they're 12-hour. This is my 12-hour watch list. These are all my pairs I'm trading. Anything that's highlighted in blue is a trade on. Anything highlighted in orange I'm going to discuss in this video. No highlight, no trade. So as you can see, there's a lot of orange there. So let's start with the Aus Swiss. All right, like I said, you can basically read my notes on the chart where I took the trade in that. So I took a sell in here. Sells are designated by the red vertical dash line and the horizontal solid line. Took a sell, and as you can see, this thing's gone nowhere. Like a lot of the Aussie pairs, look at the sideways movement. It's a high risk trade initially. The MACD Platinum, which is a zero lag MACD, was just above the zero level. I'm looking to sell when it's above the zero level, and it's poked its nose through the zero level. So it's now, I'm probably looking for buys. It could go down forever. So what I've done is I've closed half of that trade and put a stop in place, which is that red dotted line. It's all very tight and very hard to see, but there is a red dotted line in there. You can just see it. There it is, just above the entry level. Not much I can do with this trade other than just take half and put a stop in place, and hopefully this just drops off a cliff. So that gave me a profit of $2.84. It's been added to the profit to date. You see all my notes there. Now, all these trades are recorded on the shared spreadsheet on Google Drive. Everyone has access to that spreadsheet. There's a link to it in the description of the video. So you're more than welcome to look at the spreadsheet. I've been trading the 12-hour charts on a lot of these pairs since the 3rd of February. So there's been quite a few trades. I'm very aggressive on the 12-hour charts, and you'll see it on that spreadsheet if you have a look. Right, CAD Swiss. I've got two sets of notes here, so I'm just going to read them. It's hard to see, but there's a red QMP filter dot in here. Let's see if I can make it a little bit bigger. I just like my charts a little bit more compressed. So there's a red dot in there. This is the QMP filter. All the QMP filter is a combination of the MACD Platinum Cross and another indicator called the QQE Advanced, which is not displayed on the chart. When the QQE Advanced and the MACD Platinum are in sync, it puts these red and green dots on the price chart. Just makes it easier for me to spot the actual when they're in sync. So there's a new sell here. It's not a valid sell signal because the MACD Platinum's below the zero level, but I'm in a couple of sort of ugly sequences here. So sequence 1, S1 is sequence 1, S2 sequence 2, where they're marked on the chart is where they commenced. So all I've basically done is taken a hedge sell for sequence 1, so it's that third hedge sell, and a hedge sell on sequence 2. So it's a buy and a hedge sell. So I'm locking in a small loss on sequence 2 and probably locking in a loss on sequence 1. So when you see B/E, N/NA, it's break even, non-applicable as hedged. Overall break even, non-applicable as hedged. So just waiting on some sort of buy signal at the moment. Always draw my trend lines in, looking for possible setups. Well, this one was a double bottom when I took that buy on sequence 2, so that's why that was there. But now price is broken below it, and I may add to draw different trend lines or something like that. But I'm always trying to be prepared green trend lines are bullish, red trend lines are bearish. All right, Swiss franc, Japanese yen. New buy trade taken this afternoon at 4 p.m. You can see where I took it. There's buy blue. So MACD Platinum's just below the zero level. Price has gone up to this previous resistance level, which I think if you go left is pretty strong sort of resistance level. You can see price got close to it there, hit it there again, hit it there again, back down. Now it's back up there again. So that is a concern for this trade. It makes it a slightly higher risk trade because ideally you want to see price break this. Well, I'm sure all the price action traders will be looking at this level here to sell. I can guarantee you. I follow my rules, so that's just me. I know it's going to be a sticking point, but you could go in with, say, if you normally risk say 2% on a trade like this, you go in and risk 1%, something like that. So prices come back to the 50. Really needs to break up through there to get me excited. MACD Platinum's not that far below the zero level. It's still a valid buy signal. I'm taking it. It's not that fast a moving pair, so it's not a big deal. Euro CAD, righto. You see lots of lines here. I was in multiple trades. I just leave these lines in place. I've taken the horizontal lines out. So I was in a buy, sell, another buy, sell, another buy, sell. Then I'll take two buys, sequence 1 and sequence 2, or sequence 2 started on here. So I've closed all these trades here. They broke this resistance level, and my overall break even was in this sort of vicinity where the crosshair is now. So the MACD Platinum through the zero level. So now I'm looking for sells. So I've closed, you can see my fourth buy was at 0.16. I've closed 0.14 of it, put a stop in place, which is just below the entry level. And sequence 2, which was already in play, and I've already closed half of that. It's got an exact same stop, so that's why it's only the one line, and they're pretty close to each other, so the overall break-even is pretty well on the entry level, and we're still plus 0.03, and we've locked in some profit there of $51.52. So all these lines here can be removed. I probably can do it after the video. So yeah, all these dangling lines will be removed after the video. Righto, now my computer's jammed up, so here we go. Euro pound, this is from this morning. What did I do? All right, you see I'm in a big sequence, which is getting pretty ugly. Sequence 1 starts over here. This morning I closed there was a 7th sell, which was on this candle here. Price was just below it, so I closed that sell, and that was for 0.26. That gave me a profit of $142.02. So then I've taken a buy, which is now my 7th buy. So basically I've pivoted on this sequence. So before it was selling, looking to finish with a sell. Now I'm looking to finish with a buy, whether that happens or not. So I've taken a 7th buy in here, and I've commenced a new sequence, sequence 2 here, and taken a buy there also. So MACD Platinum's below the zero level. I probably didn't write any notes there, but there is a hidden bullish divergence there. You can see lower lows just on the oscillator or the MACD Platinum, and higher lows on price. I should have wrote that in on sequence 2. I'll write that in after, so it's on the thing. So yeah, that's just so it gives me a bit more confidence. I like my hidden divergence. So sequence 1, sequence 2, which now gives me an overall break even for all trades. So sequence 1 and sequence 2, you can see overall break even is at 92559, so it's up there, and a break even for sequence 1 92728, which is the top yellow line. So we're heading in the right direction at least. In the meantime, if we can't close out sequence 1 or get to this overall break-even level, we'll just look at adding on sequence 2. Once the MACD Platinum goes through the zero level, hopefully we'll lock in some dollars, add to our overall profit to date. Then when we get a reversal, we can look at maybe closing some of these buy trades and then pivoting this sequence again. you've got options. All these lines are pretty close, so it's not too bad. That's the euro pound. Pound CAD. Another trade taken this morning. I'm already in a buy here. You can see sequence 1 is a buy. There's a stop in place for that buy, which is pretty close to getting stopped out now. And I've taken a sell this morning, and it's going in my favour nicely. There's no stop in place for the sell. There's this nice resistance level here, as you can see on my notes. So we're looking all right there. And the overall break-even for both trades is this yellow line up here. Because it's net negative 0.01, as long as price remains below that yellow line, both trades are in profit. So that's good. That's the pound CAD. Pound USD. Another one, I took a sell, very similar to pound CAD, already in a buy, stop in place, which I think would have been stopped out. Ah, I didn't see that, did I? Let's have a quick look at my, yep, just been stopped out. So that gave me about $15.50. So, all right, I'll have to adjust this spreadsheet and everything, the spreadsheet, and update that later after I finish this video. So I was in a buy there, had a stop in place, just been stopped out now. So I've taken a sell this morning, which is good. That was my overall break-even level. Now that'll be obviously on the entry level. So sequence 2 is just a basic sell, a little bit higher risk coming into the MAs and that, but everything's all very tight. I just had a partial hedge, did have a partial hedge. MACD above the 0 level, so yep, I'll tidy all that up after. Another thing I've got to add, New Zealand CAD. Where's my notes? Sell. Took a sell at 4 p.m. this afternoon. You got nice regular bearish divergence, as you can see on the higher highs on price and lower highs on the MACD Platinum. MACD Platinum's just above the 0 level, which is good, but I'm in a buy still from here. Stop in place for the buy there. It's heading down to that quickly. So it's all looking good there. Overall break even is up, right up above the highs, which is great. And because it's net negative 0.01, as long as we stay below that price, we're in profit all trades. So it's looking good. USD Japanese yen. What have I got here? All right, it's all very messy in here. Right, I'll make this a bit bigger because it's a bit of a dog's breakfast. All right, so sequence 1 is this sell. I'll move my stop down to 107.454, which is getting ugly. There's a new buy signal this morning, which I took. So that's a buy signal. It's got close to my stop. No, it hasn't been stopped out, just making sure. No. So the sell stop was moved down. I tightened that up, and I took a new buy this morning. It's all very tight, very messy. Overall break evens here at this yellow dash line, and because it's net plus 0.01, as long as price remains above that yellow line, we can't lose on both trades. But looks like that stop's going to be taken out shortly. All very tight on the yen, the USD yen at the moment. Pretty ugly. And finally, USD Singapore Dollar. What to do here? Yeah, I thought I was going to do it right here. So only in the one sequence. Basically, the MACD Platinum's above the 0 level and just above it at the end here. Got a buy signal at 4 p.m. this afternoon. Took a hedge buy, second hedge buy. So at the moment, break even, not applicable as hedge. So I've got sell, hedge buy, second sell, second hedge buy. And still waiting on another sell. No, I could have said that's below the 0 level, but it's technically it's not. So, yeah. All right, that's it for the 12-hour charts. There's a fair bit happening today. I've got to tidy up a few things. I'll have to update that pound USD trade. That happens sometimes as I'm doing videos, and I'll tidy up those other charts also, add the notes, etc. As I said, these are all my notes, what all those lines mean on the charts. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, you can check out the spreadsheet. Also, everyone's more than welcome to join the YouTube. Yeah, if you do like the video, hit the subscribe button, or at least hit the like button. And everyone's more than welcome to join the Facebook or the Telegram groups, where I go through a lot more detail on the daily charts, etc. A little bit more conservative, but still the same sort of concept, still the high probability method. All right, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of the night. I'll chat to you probably tomorrow. Cheers.